Not everyone can go with you. If you're called and chosen, God gave you a dream inside of your heart. You feel called and sense to go somewhere. A lot of times you might have a heart, a really good, pure heart, wanting to help people. Okay? Wherever you're going, you have a dream, you have a calling, you're moving forward, and you're trying to help people. You're trying to give, you're trying to share your journey. But then you realize whether people don't even appreciate the value that you give, they don't like, but somehow in some way they still watch you on social media, but they don't celebrate your victories, your milestones that you achieve, the demons that you've overcome. But you still want to go back and help those people because maybe you grew up with them, maybe they're friends, family, acquaintances, or people in your inner circle, or somewhere in your hometown. But like Jesus said, a prophet is not honored in his own hometown. A prophet is with honor except in his hometown, his relatives, and where he's at, right? So stop trying to help people where you're from. If you're called to go a certain place, whether it's a dream, whether it's a place that you need to go, or whatever that you're doing, whatever project you're doing, not everyone can go with you. That's a realization I'm finally starting to get. It used to be always about trying to help everyone and everyone. If they call me, I'll pick up the phone call anytime, even if I was busy. If they call me, and they got used to it, they would call me anytime during the day, during work hours. Took my time for granted. A lot of things, and we've all been through that. But it's through those type of experiences that you learn the lesson to put boundaries, to say, you know what, and you start to realize, and you see you moving forward, right? You moving forward, and you see others not. And when you talk about all the things that you accomplish or excited about your dreams, people are not as excited. They're kind of like, you listen, like monitoring spirits. They want to listen to be nosy, but they're not genuinely excited for you. They want you to be stuck just like them. And because a lot of times people who are called, I believe, have a good heart, they want to help have other people understand you. But the truth of the matter is they may understand you, but they'll never show it, and they'll never really want to support you. Because as the saying goes, people want you to get well, but never better than them. And when you start surpassing other people, whether it's your family, friends, neighbors, town you live in, people you see over and over again, you can tell by the energy, the vibe. You have an intuition, a discernment to know whether a person is real or fake. And even if they give you some kind of support suddenly out of nowhere, you can tell they're fake. Fake love, fake support. For example, someone who's never been part of the journey suddenly comes out of nowhere and wants to be close to you. I've seen that happen a lot of times. And they think they might not know. They think they're getting close, but you see through them. You see their ulterior motives. And their narcissism and jealousy and envy just spews out. Even they try not to, it comes out. They're not consistent. So not everyone can go with you where you're called. So stop trying to go back and trying to help the people, because honestly, they just want to see your downfall. They're not good for you. Cut them off. Like the Bible says, shake the dust off your feet and move on forward. One day at a time. Eventually, God's going to reveal who's good for you and who's not. And all this time, those of you who are called, chosen by God, you have a good heart. And you want to help everyone. You want everyone to understand you. But they got so much jealousy, envy, they can't help but hate you. And like Jesus said, just know, before they hated you, they hated me first. That's what Jesus said. It's a spiritual warfare. Love and hate, light and darkness. Focus on the light, love. Love doesn't mean going back to trash over and over again. Okay, going to the trash can over and over again, picking it back up. No, it means to move on. Let them go. Shake the dust off your feet and move forward, move on. If you have a dream, you have a calling, a project, you're going to start to see the signs. Who's good for you and who's not. You can tell by the energy. You can tell by their passive aggressiveness. You can tell by them doing some shady ass things, shady ass behavior, weird behavior when they're around you. You're not even thinking about them, but they start to act weird, shady. They always want to be nosy, and remember, they're watching you too on social media, pretending not to watch. And you know, there's a views, but no likes, because they're hating on you. Stay away from them, and you know God will give you the discernment to know who's good and who's not. And you'll be, surprisingly, majority of them are haters. So let them go and move on and focus on God first and always, and keep moving forward. The chosen ones, the called, the ones by God, just like Joseph, his family hated him. They tried to murder their own brother. The hate is real from the close ones. The hate usually comes from the inner circle, from your neighbors, from people around you. Even Jesus was hated in his hometown. Even Jesus was doubted by his friend's family. Could he really be the one? God was doubted. Can you believe that? Even to this day, God is doubted. So if God was doubted and hated, understand this is part of the process. And you are chosen by God to be a light and salt to the world. But that doesn't mean, and the Bible said, when you try to preach the word, if they reject you, what does the Bible say? Shake the dust off your feet and move on. Don't go back to that house. Don't go back to the people you try to help and they didn't take the message. Move on. That's my message for today. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.